Yeah, we are live now. Good morning, everyone. If I might say hi.
Hi everyone. Can you
Okay.
hear me?
Yeah. It's a beautiful Saturday morning in Regina, Saskatchewan province of Canada. And we are very delighted and excited to be coming live this morning with everyone. So thank you for making it on time to the live session. My name is Elizabeth. As everyone know, I live in the beautiful city of Regina in Saskatchewan, province of Canada. And I have with me today a sister. People say we look alike. A sister I met in Canada. We are now sisters. Her name is Ifi, and she's a licensed immigration expert here in my city. I will allow her to do her own introduction. But thank you for all the people that have come live already. I can see my mentor in the YouTube space, Auntie Bolanle. You're already here waiting and rooting for us. Thank you so much for making it on time. So over to you, Former. Introduce yourself before we hit it.
Okay. Hi everyone. Let me know if you can hear me, please.
I can hear you.
Oh,
But
sounds
please
good.
put in the comment section if you can hear us, please.
Just put on this light. Give me a second.
Guys, bear with us. This is the first time we are going live.
Sorry?
I'm saying, guys, should bear with us. This is our first live.
Okay, this is the first time I'm going live using that kind of. This is my first time actually, but not my first time going live. My name is Ifitoni Osando, and I am the lead consultant of Greens and Gardiner Immigration Consulting Clinic, GGICC to be precise. I am a licensed Canadian immigration consultant, meaning I am a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. I am also licensed by the government of Saskatchewan to provide Canadian immigration advisory services to any foreign national who wants to come to Canada to work, visit, study, or live permanently. I am also an educational consultant with the University of Regina, University of New Brunswick, University of Lethbridge in Alberta, Saskatchewan Polytechnic, and Luther College High School. I am also a registered social worker of Saskatchewan. I graduated from the University of Saskatchewan with an academic silver prize award before proceeding to Queen's University in Ontario for my program in immigration and citizenship law, where after that, I wrote the entry to practice examination of CICC, and I passed successfully. And today I am a licensed Canadian immigration consultant in good standing with the federal government of Canada. Thank you.
Thank you for the introduction. Guys, my audience, you can hear all the accolades and qualifications if you have gathered for herself. She's done so well for herself in Canada. She's been here for over 6 years, by the way. And for me, I'm just 2 years in Canada, but I thank God today that we are privileged to have Ife here. The purpose of our gathering today on this live channel is to discuss the new, recently the government of Canada announced a new pilot program for caregivers that can come and they get visa on arrival. Prior to this moment of this good news from the government of Canada. And by the way, since January, we've been hearing a lot of news about, depressing news about visa capping and all that. So this is a welcome breath of fresh air for everybody aspiring to come to Canada. So we are very excited for this news. It means that good things are coming, and we are happy for the families that will benefit through this route. Prior to this time, where the caregiver for children and for adults were just on need base. So when government have the need for that, they will just open the portal once in a while and people will apply. But now I believe government is planning to make this permanent. That is why we are all excited in this space. But I will leave this for the experts to expatiate to everybody. Please come with your questions. Come with hunger to learn, because I want as many families, to benefit from this opportunity. So ask any question in the comment section, and if you will be here to tackle it. But first of all, let's start with, can you give us a little background about this announcement by the government and what it means for families out there that are qualified to come into Canada as caregivers?
Okay, before I can say anything, I need you people to understand that this new policy came out last week, and for now, we all are waiting for the program delivery instruction to know how to push it forward. So, but I have to talk based on the current one, which will be expiring on the June 17th, right? I will always tell you the difference between what the Minister of Immigration said last week on the June 3rd and the current one that will be expiring on June 17th. In the previous one, what is required for as language proficiency is CLB 5, meaning that um, you have to maintain a minimum of CLB 5 in all the four abilities of the language testing system, be it speaking, writing, listening, or reading. You have to maintain a CLB 5. So you need to know what each of these CLB translates when you have a PTE test or a testing score, or maybe when you have a CELPIP testing score, IELTS, TCF for French-speaking countries people, and at the same time TEF. So you need to know what the equivalent in CLB means. So that is it. So formally, in this one that is expiring on the 17th of June, the CLB is 5, whereas the proposed CLB now is 4. So you need to know what this means in each of these language testing systems, whether you have a CELPIP, whether you have an IELTS, whether you have TCF, whether you have TEF, or whether you have an IELTS, you have to know what the equivalent of this is, of which I have already simplified everything on my website, and I'm going to post that. I don't usually do a lot of YouTube, but I'm going to post what I did in the YouTube later. So if you people want chance, you have to go there and see that. So that is number one on the language aspect of it. Then secondly, on the education aspect of it, formally, the one that will be expiring on June 17th this year, the expiration, the education that is required is completion of 1 year post-secondary education. What this means is that if you finish secondary school is not enough, you need to have a 1 year post-secondary education. Do you understand? For you to be qualified as a caregiver for the one that will be expiring on the June 17th. But with what the Minister of Immigration said on June 3rd, the eligible criteria for this particular, the proposed pathway of the pilot is going to be completion of secondary school degree or secondary school diploma, right? So these two. And in the previous one, as you're making the application, you're applying for both work permit and at the same time, which will lead to a pathway to permanent resident. You're making two applications in one place, right? But with this particular one, so he has already stated that applicants who are successful, right, will be given permanent resident status upon arrival. So we are waiting for that program delivery instruction to know what the regulations that will guide all this in place, right? So I wouldn't want to misquote you, but I need to let you know what the minister said in a simpler language than what is written out there, so that you will know how to tackle it. And again, qualifying experience, right? Job experience is required. So you find out if we have been performing this role. In the former one, better paid and not paid is acceptable, right? But in this one, we have not seen the program delivery instruction to know how to go about it. But the cocoa in this matter is the job offer. In the previous one is an offer of employment. And in that previous one that is expiring June 17, it actually favored a lot of people, to be very honest. It favored a lot of people because when you have families that have kids that are in need of family members to come and help them out, provided they meet they are eligible to actually hire their family members to come and work for them. They only have to demonstrate to show that they have the financial ability to take care of these people they are bringing, right? Because you will not be earning less than maybe less than like say $15, and you will be hiring somebody that you'll be paying like say $16 or $15, depending on the community where you reside, right? Or the province where you reside. So it depends on the median wage there. So you won't be hiring somebody. I won't be earning like say $5 and I'll hire somebody that I'll be paying 15. If you look at it, you find out that it's not genuine. So they will always make sure that whoever that wants to hire has a genuine need of it, and at the same time, you'll be able to take care of this person that you're trying to hire to work for you. So, and again, in that particular one that will be expiring June 17, you are not meant to, if you are a business, you are automatically disqualified from hiring anybody under that particular caregiver pilot program to come and work for you, right? Because it's a business, it's not meant to be a business, and it's not meant to be for an embassy. So it has to be for a private home. But in this particular new one, it is allowed for it to be an institutionalized place whereby maybe you'll be taking care of an elders or taking care of people with maybe some illness of a sort or whatever. So I don't really know until when we see the program delivery instruction. This is the best I would advise for now. Yeah.
So wow, there has been an improvement and enhancement on this new one that has been announced. Prior to this, people were just restricted to private homes, right? And people that can afford them. And there is an income cap, if I remember, for these homes that qualify to bring people in, right? But for this new one that has been announced, it's a combination of either commercial or private, right? If I understand you, Ifoma.
No, he has not said whether private will be part of it. What he stated, and I will read and I will quote again, because I'm a consultant and I go by the books. Hold on, let me see something.
Exactly. Guys, prepare your questions for Ifoma. As you can see, she's the subject matter expert in this field. So she's making reference to the right quote from the government so that we are politically correct, guys.
So they can be asking their question while
You
I
can type your questions while she look for the exact word used by the government.
because I
Okay.
wouldn't want them to go out there and to see, because I wrote it down yesterday.
But the good news, while she's researching, the good news is that some years back, 2018, 2019, when I was planning to come to Canada with my family, getting the right Canadian language benchmark score was a challenge. I had to write it 3 times. Apparently, I don't know English not that much. I had to write 3 times. My husband had to write twice. But for this, they have lowered the requirement to benchmark of 4. And being able to interpret what CLB4 means is another tactics. So I advise you guys, if you are planning to come to Canada, research and research. Make sure you research. There are informations out there. In those days when we were planning to come to Canada, we were always researching. That is why we now know so much about immigration, even though we don't have the license like Ifoma. So they have lowered the requirement to 4. That means everybody can actually pass that English. So after today's live, I will entreat everyone to plan your English, write it, because you will get 4. 4 is the lowest to get, And if you are not with any experience in caregiving, since we are still waiting for government to give us the roadmap for this program or pilot program, this is the right time to go online. I will send you some links if you request for them on my channel about where you can go and do some certifications on care jobs. Yes. So are you ready for us, Ifoma?
Yes, I am. According to the minister on June 3rd, 2024, he stated that the new pilot programs will provide home care workers with permanent residence on arrival in Canada. They will also be allowed to work for organizations that provide temporal or part-time care for people who are semi-independent or recovering from an injury or illness. This new pathway means that caregivers can more easily find proper work with reliable employers and have clear straightforward access to permanent resident status as soon as they arrive in Canada. Do you understand? And this is the reason why I don't have to really say much, because until when we see a program delivery instruction to know what this means and how it was interpreted. Do you understand? Because the minister will say something. Hello?
We are hearing you.
So,
From a continue.
okay. So and that is it. Yeah. So hope you heard me right.
Yes, we can hear you correctly.
Yeah.
While we are waiting for their questions, Antipola,
How
I
many,
don't
sorry
believe
if I may ask, how many people are on live?
we have 20 people live right now.
Okay.
We have 20 people, and more will join because I just sent reminders. If Auntie Bola teach me how to post, this is the first time I'm coming live on my YouTube channel. But she's saying that I can post people's comments on the stream. I don't know that. I don't know how to do that. Anyways, please, guys, ask your questions. I brought Ify here to answer so many questions today because for the past 3 days, people have been reaching out to me and asking me questions about this care job pilot program announced by the government. And I didn't know much information about it. So I'm learning like all of you are doing this morning, you know. So for the qualification, we know the English. What other qualification should they be getting ready? And when government finally announce when the stream is open, we would like to come back again to tell them how to package the applications, right? But for now, what should they be planning? What are the eligibility criteria apart from the CLB of 4 for language requirements? What other things should they know about?
I've already stated that we are all waiting for the program delivery instruction. And until when we see the program delivery instruction, we won't be able to say this is what, so that we don't have to advise people, misadvise people, other people. So we have to wait to see the program delivery instruction before we know. But you all know that the major one is what is for. We have already listed it, that you need to attend a minimum of 4 CLB in language, CLB benchmark. You also need a Canadian, a secondary school, high school, secondary school or high school diploma, which is grade 12 or SS3. Then have a recent and relevant work experience. You need to have a relevant and recent work experience as a home caregiver or a pilot worker. So if you know all those ones in the UK, those relatives that have been working there, I think because a lot of people are really doing a lot of that job over there. And I know a lot of people used to contact us regarding this from there, right? Yeah. So they will also be part of the people that will benefit from this. And at the same time, these three, they are not really an issue. But the one which people should be looking at and be worried about currently is the offer of full-time care job. Do you understand? This is the main thing, because almost a lot of people have an IELTS, right? A lot of people had a
Have
qualifying
certificate.
work
Mhm.
experience. Lots of people have this document assessed by any of the 5 professional body organizations that assesses the foreign qualification, like ICAS, IQUAS, WES, that kind of a thing, at University of Toronto and the other one. But how lots of people did not find people to offer them employment. A lot of people did not even find, when it was very easy for them to even find their family member to offer them employment, they did not find. So what you should be worried about currently, if I may advise, is how to go about a
Getting
full-time,
the job.
getting a full-time offer. That would be your worry currently. And
Because
I'll
the
take it
job
for, yeah.
because
So
the job would determine if they are giving you PRO on arrival. So getting the job is the most important thing. And as a immigration expert, what do you advise? Even though we don't know the full roadmap, and I have a couple of other from the chat, what should people do to position themselves to get this job? Will labor market impact assessment be required in this case, or we don't know yet?
sorry?
Will people be needing LMI, labor market impact
No,
assessment?
we don't know yet, right? Because when he said receive an offer for a full-time home care job, this offer he might be talking about has to be an approved job offer, right?
Yeah.
And when it is approved job offer, sometimes it might be associated with LMIA. Do you understand? So, but we don't know. But when it's like offer of employment, do you understand? There are two
Mhm.
different words. Offer of employment, that one does not require LMIA. Do you understand? It's just a completing of just a form. I think a four or five pages form by the family member states everything that is required, this and that, not too much hassles. But this one, I can't tell you that is LMIA because when the program instruction comes out, it might not be LMIA. But have it in mind that this approved job of it might likely be an approved job offer since it's going to be permanent resident upon arrival. Do you understand? So it might
Yeah.
not really be that easy, but it will be easy for some people.
I have a question for you. Somebody said, this guy, I know him personally. He lives in Cameroon. He says he speaks 60% French and then maybe 40% English. What are his chances?
Okay,
Calling me.
so for you I think this is CJ
Yeah.
CJ
Calling
Williams.
me.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
CJ Williams. So for you, you can also find your way to our website, no, to our Instagram account. You will find the latest post we did there regarding what you're supposed to have for theft or for theft or
Abi,
for no, he doesn't need self-whip since he's
French
great
speaking.
in French,
Bilingual.
right? So you should be looking at TCF or TEF. So if you are doing a TEF for your speaking, you need 181 minus 225, listening 145 minus 180, reading 121 minus 150, and writing 181 to 225. That is for you to be within the minimum of 4 CLB. So if you have TCF, so your speaking, which is expression orally, you have 4.5. Listening, you have 331 to 368. Then reading is 342 to 374, and writing is 4.25, right? So for those who, let me just say it quickly, for those who have the PTE language score report, your minimum equivalent for the CLB for speaking is 42 to 50, listening is 28 to 38, reading is 33 to 41, and writing is 41 to 50. So those with the popular IELTS, the minimum CLB that is equivalent to CLB for is speaking is 4, listening is 4.5, reading is 3.5, and writing is 4.0. That is for IELTS. Then those with CELPIP, speaking, this is Canadian English, so everything will be 4, 4, 4, 4. So speaking is 4, listening is 4, reading is 4, and writing is 4. Okay, so I have already gone through
Providing that data
5,
for us.
whatever.
Guys, if he has an Instagram handle, you can also reach out to her, DM her. The next question is, can Mrs. Ifoma help us package the application, please, when the time comes? So I know the answer, but you just briefly tell,
Okay, please, I am a Canadian regulated Canadian immigration consultant. We do not really like that word package. Rather,
it can be misconstrued.
we don't usually use that word package. We work with the document you provide. Yeah, and the application is usually based on first come, first served basis. So, for example, I have to give you an instance. Um, I created a lot of awareness for this particular one that will be expiring June this year. Like I started creating this awareness that was August last year. I did a lot of live videos which I pinned on my Facebook account and which is still there till today. And a lot of people that followed that judiciously benefited from my teaching and they were really helpful because I started educating them on time
Head to
what I
Instagram
can.
and follow her for updates,
Yeah.
okay?
So what I can do and what I cannot do. We do not over promise and under deliver. I always want to stay on limits, right? I enjoy my Christmas a lot because this program delivery instruction, just like we said, the date is not yet out. Do you understand? The date when this application will be is not yet out. So, but we are for sure that time that one will start first January. So I was able to sensitize a lot of people what to expect, how to expect it, and how to work to ensure that they're able to submit their application. And even if they are not able to submit the application, how to go tap into the alternate formats. So I've really prepared a lot of people. Even if I am not going to package this application, just let me borrow your word, Chiwi. Even if I'm not going to be the one to do that, right? You will be able to either do it yourself or find someone who will do it yourself. And remember that it's usually on a fast finger first basis, because this year's own, as soon as it's opened, within 2.4 hours, it was open. The whole application is gone. It's got filled. So lots of people were not able to log in.
Observation is that the Filipinos, they have, hijacked these streams for their people. And they have faster internet, unfortunately, for Nigerians. But I want to believe for the past 2 years, I'm not in Nigeria, the internet situation has improved. The thing is, we do not know whether this one will be on need base, where they open the portal, whether it will be on a permanent nature, on a rolling basis. We don't know, but get ready. Be prepared like the Boy Scout. Continue, Fee. I have
So,
another question.
so
I'm
I did,
presently
I
a
did, I did tell people that last year that I like Christmas. You know me, Lizzie. I enjoy my Christmas. I don't even want anything that will middle, especially that first January. I only took one application, which I accepted in August, right? I accepted that application in August that I'm going to do this application. Do you understand? So any other people, even if because I was on vacation now, but I was able to guide those that come for consultation, that book consultation, and I guided them, right? Or those that watch my video were able to learn something from it. But telling you that I'm going to collect, like, if it's going to be an application that will be opening same day, if I'm telling you that my team will take like 5 applications from 5 different people, no, we don't do that way. Because when you collect application from people, if they enter a retainership with you, all their hope is bank on you, right? So it's better you accept what you know you can do and tell others how to go about it, or maybe they can look for other consultants to work on their application. Why I concentrate on just that one application that I just wanted to, that will
and
give
do
me
it
peace.
well, right?
Yeah, and I
So
did it
fastest
well, and
finger.
I was happy about it. Yeah, thank you.
So someone
And
said,
after that day, after as soon as I submitted that application, I came online and I saw a lot of people like, "Hey, madam, were you able to make it? Did you submit?" That kind of a thing. So we say, "Oh, thank you. I was able to submit this is," and I know it was happy, 50-50 win-win for everyone. Yeah.
I have a question from Ibuku. Ibuku said, I'm presently a visitor in Canada and I've just spent 2 months. Can I also position myself for it?
Ibuku, you have to wait for the program delivery instruction. Okay, yeah, you have to wait for program delivery
Hopefully, they
instruction.
announce it
And
before
while you
your
are
visitor.
here, yeah, and while you are here, start looking for to see if there's anyone who can hire you, even if this one that is also that wants to expire on the June
July,
19th
June 17th.
and June 17th. So if you meet the eligibility, that if you have your wares, if you have your everything. So I think the only thing that will be available for the care job now is the home care, is the home support worker. And that home support worker does not enable you to take care of maybe kids or work as a nanny or work. So it enables you to work as a home support worker, maybe to take care of the elderly, somebody who is aging, right, and needs help. Or you can also take care of a child or somebody who has maybe who is not mentally fit. Do you understand? Somebody who is passing through convulsion, or maybe that has a disability. Do you understand? You
Yeah.
can also work as a home support worker to take care of those ones, but not to take care of maybe a newborn baby, whereby you take care of, become a nanny, be a minder like or a governess like a Maria of Sound of Music.
Anyways, guys, trust me, I'm as excited as you guys for this announcement, and I will make sure that once the government has a clear roadmap for us, we are coming live again on this channel. Please share your Instagram handle, please. That is what Chinwe is asking. So you
Where will
can
I even send it? I
just
don't even
type, I can type it if you just quote it. so people can go there and connect with you.
Hi.
Greens on. Tell me, I will type it on the chat for people.
Greens on Gardiner immigration. So why am
Immigration.
I not seeing the chat where to type?
You are connected to your own somewhere. So people that are connected with you will watch. That is who.
Okay.
That
Okay.
is
So
how this
that's why
thing works.
I can't chat, right?
Yes, you can chat because you have
Okay.
your own YouTube. You are supposed to connect this stream yard to your own, and your audience
Okay.
is watching. But the people I'm sharing with are my audience. Greens
Oh,
Gardiner,
okay. Okay.
Gardiner Immigration Consulting.
You can copy from my
Say it again.
you can copy
Okay,
it straight from my Instagram and post it there.
maybe I'll do that before the end of this live.
So it's
I have another question. I have another question.
so my Instagram handle is my is this person that usually do this. My what's it called? My media manager. So my
Yeah, media
Instagram
manager.
handle, yeah, my Instagram handle is Greens on Gardeners Immigration. Yeah, and it's a verified account.
Guys, go there and connect with Ifoma. I have typed it also on the chat. Greens on
I
Gardiner.
just say that you will say, can you help us with the process? So I do not really like the word
Guys,
the
should
package.
change your English from today going forward. Nothing like package. This is Canada. People are watching, even this live. It is apply or support or guide. Guide us, not package. Okay? Continue, Ifoma.
So please know that for you to meet with us, for you to meet with us, and for us to guide you on anything, so it's usually an appointment is usually required, and all appointment has to be booked on our website. Lizzie, you can help me to type in my website. There is www.ggicc.ca. So this my name as it is displayed here in full. Just take the first initials of each www.ggicc.ca. Yeah, I am a licensed Canadian immigration consultant in good standing, so it's non-restricted practice. Yeah,
Another question. What happens to those on visitors visa in Canada? Can they also benefit? So
I
somebody
have
that is in
already
the first
answered this.
answer that.
Yeah,
But somebody already that is waiting for visitor visa to be granted. Once they arrive here, can they take advantage?
I have already answered that. It still boils down on the same thing. Even when you are in your home country, just be looking right, be out to look. But the most important thing you people should be looking at this offer of employment. Do you understand? The job offer. So we wait to know what this job offer means. And I want to believe that for government to equally state that, come up with this policy about extending this to maybe institutionalized home, right? Whereby they say people will have employers that's ready to meet their needs. It could be that a lot of people have abused this in the past. Do you understand? There's maybe a lot of people might even step in after 2 days of landing in Canada, they might say another thing. Do you understand? So, and they'll start filing for, I don't know, but I am just saying. But what I'm trying to say, your headache, what your worry should be now is, how do I go about offer of employment? How do I go about it?
All right. Can someone already in Canada with a caregiver job? You see, this question is different from the other ones. Can someone already in Canada with a caregiver job also apply? That means the
So,
person with a caregiver job is not sure of PR. You understand?
so this person that is already in Canada with a caregiver job, what is the status of this person?
Are you a visitor? Are you on a work permit? Can you throw more light to us on the chat section so she can answer you with informed background?
So that might be a personal question. Do you understand? That might be a personal reason. Yes, but I have to answer that question. Do you understand? It might be a personal reason or a personal question. So if somebody is in Canada already working as a caregiver, I want to believe the person is no longer a visitor for you to be working as a caregiver because you are working with a work authorization. But if you're a visitor here and you're working as a caregiver without work authorization, that that is not nice at all. You are going contrary to the condition of the visitor visa that was granted to you, because your status here is as a visitor. You are meant to visit and return. So, but if you are working here as a caregiver, do you understand? You already have what they call a qualifying work experience, the relevant work experience. Because you're already working in that field. To be very honest, you have the Canadian experience, right? And at the same time, if you have already done that job for 1 year, if you have already done that job for 1 year and you're still in this Canada, I will tell you to look into the current one that is even expiring on the 17th, to know whether that job you are doing, whether you can apply through the gaining experience. Because what a direct permanent resident, if you have done that care job for 1 year in this Canada, and the person that you are doing it for happens to be for a private home or for an individual, find out if they can give you an offer of employment to enable you to work, to apply for the one they call direct to permanent resident. Do you understand? So even if you're working as a childminder, as a governess, as what I still want to believe that they have not the gaining the direct experience one is still open for home child care providers. But if it is not open, if you're not working in that way, but you're working as a home support worker, taking care of the elderly in the society, taking care of a child that has a physical disability or something like that, or any living with any disability, yet you are qualified to apply for this one that will even be expiring on the 17th of June.
Yeah.
So you have
So
the qualified relevant
I
job.
have two questions. One is saying, are we just targeting those that are already in Canada? But I know that this is actually for people outside Canada. And the other one is Antipola saying, if someone gets a visa, would they need another visa to come for this PRO on arrival?
Visitor visa is just for you to come to Canada to visit your people. Why did you make an application in the first place,
So she was
right?
intending, I know the background information, so I'm answering for her. She was intending to visit Canada before the year runs out. And now this announcement came. What does she need to do? Does she need to hold on to the visitor on one side and still apply for this one so
They
she
are not
can
the
get
same
PRO?
thing. They are not the same thing. A visitor visa is a temporary resident visa that enables you to visit Canada without working. It does not confirm a work permit authorization on you, right? So no, it is not. They are not the same thing. You are meant to come as a visitor and return as a visitor, and you are meant to stay no more than 6 months, except if you extend it on. Sometimes the officer, you might even get to the point of entry and you say you are entering, the officer will say, hey, I'm giving you 2 weeks. Once it's that 2 weeks, return back. If you're not returning back, right to extend that visa. Do you understand? Don't extend more than the status that was given to you, because when you are entering, the visa they gave you is to enable you to come to the Canada, right? But it is the officer at the point of entry that will know whether to ask you to go into Canada or not to go into Canada. They are the ones that also tell you how many days you are meant to stay in Canada, except it is not written in your passport in that stamp. Please do not stay more than 6 months,
These
because staying more
situations
than
when a visitor, are there situations when a visitor comes to Canada and while in Canada gets a job offer as a caregiver and then requires to change that visitor status right
100
within Canada? Can
100%,
you explain?
100%. We do that a lot, 100%. So when you have a visitor visa, you come to Canada, when you're looking around things, this and that, you'll be like, oh man, I like to live in Canada. This place is fine. Okay, let me hustle for job. Let me see if I can apply for jobs, right? And you're able to get job. Then you apply if it is approved. But that time you apply, you are not meant to work until when you receive that you change your status, right? Because your status is still as a visitor. So once you change your status and you get that, that is when you have to start working, right? So we've done that over and over for people. Sometimes they will come and they will get um, uh, um, um, apply to schools for admissions, and they will get admission, provided they meet the eligibility and the program delivery, what the program delivery instruction requires, right? So they'll be able to change their status as a visitor to student.
So the last question here, guys, keep your questions coming. Ifoma has time for me today. How about those working with LMIA exempt? There are some people that come to this country, they have labor market impact exempt because they are maybe clergies and other kinds of, career. Will they seize this moment to take advantage of this? At the end of the day,
Yeah,
ultimately, we are looking for permanent residents.
yeah, that is for everyone, right? That is for everyone. And until the program delivery instruction comes out, then we won't be able to advise further. Do you understand? So we have to wait. But if you are working with an LMIA exempt this thing, yeah, if you want to apply for that one and you think that one is more beneficial to you, right? Because it's a pathway to permanent residence, and you're able to see someone who will give you offer of the job offer they are talking about. Do you understand? Then um, do not hesitate to apply once you meet the eligibility. We always hammer on eligibility, eligibility. If you don't, because if you don't meet the eligibility, it's usually an issue.
Thank you, everyone. So those are all the questions. Did I miss any question? All right. So Jacinta asked the same question Chinwe asked, and I think you've corrected that word packaging. Guys, I want to hope that you guys have connected with Informa as well on our Instagram handle so that when the time comes and the government unfolds the blueprint, we will come live again and she will tell you the best way to position yourself. And if you want to do consultation with her, you can do one-on-one consultation. So, is there any parting words for my community? Any parting words before we call it a wrap? Thank you,
So
everyone, for
I want
connecting.
to, yeah, I want to appreciate everyone for coming up and at the same time for answering questions. And before I depart, I want to quickly share something with you people, which going forward, I don't usually pity people regarding that. Anytime, every information you want regarding Canada and its immigration is on Government of Canada website www.cic.gc.ca. So if it is something you can handle yourself, you handle it. But if it's something that you cannot handle yourself, look for a licensed immigration consultant to help you to do that. Um, you can help me to tag my this thing just the way you did the Government of Canada website there, Lizzie.
The website.
Yeah, my website, www.ggicc.ca. So, Government of Canada. So, what I am trying to say in essence is this: we have over time we used to see a lot of people having issues, right? They will come to us and they will tell us that, oh, I made an application for visitor visa, I was denied. Then you'll be like, okay, no problems. I am going to okay, can I have the refusal letter? When they said the refusal letter, okay, send me your documents. Let me have the document. The person will now say, oh, sorry, the agent is not giving it to me. The agent, I will be like, how do you mean the agent is not giving? Can you please give me the documents that you sent to the person that processed the application? The person doesn't have any documents. The person will tell you it was the agent that packaged everything, it was the agent that did everything from start to finish, and at the same time provided statement of account. The person that they apply for this do not really know what was applied for on her behalf. So the only thing the person provided was her what her passport. So what was submitted on your behalf, the person did not know. So in the next future, if you want to now make an application again, so how do you go about it? What information would you supply? What and what would you write? So usually sometimes it's always a mess because you find out that the person packaged everything as if you are the one that did it. Do you understand? Nothing, the person packaged everything from start to finish as if you are the one, as if you are the one that packaged it yourself. Do you understand? So you do not know anything, and there's no way you would tell the government, sorry, it was somebody that did it for me, because you did not give that person the right. You did not even sign an authorization handing over to something showing that is someone. Your family members can actually help you to process your application. Any person can actually, provided it is uncompensated, provided you did not pay them, they are meant to do that. But if you pay them a dime, they are not meant to do that, because they are not licensed by the government of Canada to do that on your behalf. The way we process as a licensed consultant is when you come to us for us to process an application, you need to come for initial consultation when we assess you on all sides and advise you on the best program. So at that end, it is left for you to know whether you have gathered enough information to know whether you can do it yourself or retain the services of a consultant. If you want to retain the services of a consultant, we have to draw what we call service agreement. Lawyers have it a lot. We call it retainership agreement. So we have to draw that retainership agreement, give it to you, a copy, you sign and I sign. So that copy will show every information that I am going to provide for you, every services I am going to provide for you, the name of the people, the client, even if you have a spouse in it, it will show the name of your spouse. If you have kids, it will show the service that I have to provide for you. So if anytime, if in 2 days time, if you come back and you say, oh, Ify, I don't really want to do the PMP again, can you help me to do study permit? We have to reverse it again and add study permit. Do you understand? Because at every point in time, it will always show what I am going to do. It will show the amount I collected from you. It will show the amount, if I am giving you a milestone billing, it will show everything. And at the end of the day, if you call my phone number like 5 days or 7 days, you did not hear from me, it will always show you have to call the college. Do you understand? The government, the college of immigration and citizenship consultants, you have to call them, because I already have somebody in place who, in case of eventuality, if something happens to that licensed consultant, the person has your record, have the access to take over the record, and at the same time work on it. So this is actually the way we to work with our clients. And at the end of it, working with them, we do not assure two things. When you come to us, we don't assure the outcome of the application, and at the same time, we do not guarantee the outcome of the application, but we work very hard to ensure that we help you to provide and put the strongest application forward, so that should anything happen to it, if you go for judicial review, it will find you favor in light of that circumstances. And again, we do not also guarantee the processing time of our application. We will be guided by what is on the website of the Government of Canada. Sometimes an application will come out so fast, sometimes it might not, and no two applicants are the same, right? So I will tell you people to be very careful the way you ask for work permit over there. Work permit has really meant a lot of people. Process things, know what you are pursuing, and go through the right way, and you find yourself as my next neighbor here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ify, for your time. Right. Thank you, everyone, for coming. And just like we said earlier, we promised you we'll come back live again once we can hear everything, the plan the government has regarding this pilot program. If there is no other question, we will be ending the stream in the next 2 minutes. Thank you so much, Ify, for sparing us this 1 hour. I think it's more than 1 hour now. Okay, 1 hour. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
All
Any
right.
other questions, guys, before we end? In the absence of any question, please go to our Instagram, stay connected for updates, and connect also to my Instagram. My Instagram is Lens of a Village Girl.
Lenses of the village girl. You can
Yes,
also help me
Lens
to
of a
share my
Village
phone
Girl.
number. Help me to share the phone number there.
Give me your number. Let me drop it. They can
Plus
chat
one,
you on WhatsApp.
plus
Plus
one,
one. Mm-hmm.
639
639
382
382. It sounds like mine. No?
9422.
5422.
9492.
Okay, Informer's WhatsApp is as well, is there, shared as well. You guys can connect, stay abreast of the information and get all the help you need to come to Canada. We need people here so the cold can disappear. We need the body heat. Guys, thank you so much. You are very correct. Most agents in Nigeria do this a lot. They most times hide information from you, even with the agreement. It's very appalling, I swear. This is from Alfred.
Okay.
Do you
Thank
have
you so
anything to
much.
say before we wrap up?
Eh?
Do you have something to reply to that? He said that even with the agreement, some agents will not tell you
Oh,
anything.
okay. So please note that the best way to get in touch with us is by booking appointments. Okay. So sometimes what's it called? Our WhatsApp is not really the best place, or maybe Instagram, this and that. Can you go? But the very best place is for you to book an appointment and secure a time. Do you understand that works for you? Please note that the time there is Canadian time, Regina time to be precise, not Ontario time. And yeah, so that's it. Thank you so much for meeting with you
Thanks,
people.
everyone. Thank you so much. And have a blessed weekend.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
So you can share this video to those that were unable to make it. God bless everyone. Thank you, Bridget. Thank you. I can see you from UK. By the way, Bridget is a care giver in UK. She just chatted now and said, lovely. Thank you so
Okay.
much. One of these days, we hope to see you in
Yeah.
Canada. Anyway, thank you for connecting. Alfred, Ifoma, thanks a lot. Thanks.
Come
Auntie
soon.
Bola, Monso, Modupe, thank you, everyone. Jacinta, Eze Philip, God bless everyone. I wish you good luck. And the God that did for Ify 6-7 years ago and did for my family will perfect everything that concerns your immigration dreams and aspirations in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Bye-bye.